Hi, welcome to another video from Information First. This video was going to be dedicated to the third big improvement to the web client with the release of version 24.4, namely the ability to check out to Google Drive. However, in doing my research, I missed another big change to the web client, and that is the ability to export your data columns into a tab delimited or comma-separated text file. As an added bonus, I'll also demonstrate the addition of a third-party document compare tool that can be used between revisions of a record in Content Manager Desktop. I would also like to state as a disclaimer, there is a little bit of back-end setup that needs to be completed in order to get the Google Drive integration with the web client to work. That includes modifying or changing your authentication method, opening and forwarding ports, modifying your web config and your service API config files, as well as assigning additional logon details for your staff. This video will not go into that detail, but instead focus on the benefits of using and checking out to Google Drive for the sole purposes of collaboration. As well, a final disclaimer is I don't have the complete Google Workspace infrastructure, which some organizations use instead of Microsoft Office. However, the benefits of checking out to a collaborative source or location such as Google Drive or OneDrive is what this video is going to focus on. All right, let's get started. Checkout to Google Drive is a great option when group collaboration is needed on records. Once the integration has been set up correctly, when an electronic record is selected, the Google Drive icon will display. It automatically appears. The other buttons are still there. The Update button is for modifying metadata. The Checkout or Download button will do the traditional web client checkout and save the document in the Downloads folder. And here's the Check-in button to check the document back in, regardless of how it was checked out, downloaded, or via Google Drive. For this demonstration, I will check out the document to Google Drive. Clicking on the icon, the Checkout to Google Drive dialog window will appear. The simplest action would be to click OK and check it out to me, to the Google Drive shown here. However, let's take a closer look at the options. First is the option to select the appropriate Google folder. In this case, I called mine Content Manager Documents. Actually, I think that was automatically created when the first document was checked out. Either way, if I click the magnifying glass, I could select a subfolder. However, in this case, there is not one, so I will leave it as is. Next is the Share With option. This is great as it will notify people they have been given access to the file or drive and can begin collaboration. You can select other staff members by clicking on the magnifying glass and entering their details, assuming they have the correct email account set up in their alternative logon. You can also directly email somebody like this. For demonstration purposes, I'll enter my Gmail account. Any comments will be shown in the email notification that's sent. I'll put, "Please review and update. Thanks." Click OK, and when returned, the only option button that remains is to check the document back in, because I am the one who checked it out. Okay, because I sent an invitation to my personal Gmail account, let me switch over and show you the incoming mail. Here's the message, and I can also access the file from my personal Google Drive, and it will be under the Shared With Me section. And there's the document. Let me make a few edits. I'll put Personal Update. And because Google Drive automatically saves and backs up, I'll just wait for those changes to be committed. Now, let me switch back to me as an administrator, and within the browser, I'll access my Google Drive, and here's the document. Note, the changes I made as my personal account can be seen here. I will now add a few more edits, and because this is Google Drive, I don't need to actually save it, but once the changes are committed, I will return to the web client and use the Check-in button. The normal check-in dialog appears, and I can enter some comments around this checkout. I will type YouTube video demo, and then click OK to check the document back in. I'll wait a few seconds, And here's the file updated. Now, checkout to Google Drive is also available in the desktop client. Let me swap over to the desktop client and find that same record. I will right-click and select the Checkout to Google Drive. Notice the checkout dialog is the same as it was on the web client, with the options to share and send messages. For this example, I'll do a simple checkout. Now, this has been checked out to my Google Drive. I've also installed the local desktop application for Google Drive and can access it here. Using Windows Explorer, I will navigate to the document and make a few changes here. And now when I'm ready to check it back into Content Manager, I'll return to the desktop, right-click and select Checkin. There. Preview the document and you can see all the final edits. Now, before I return to the web client to show you the last big change, let me showcase a free document compare tool that has been installed called WinMerge. Once it's added as an external link, the external document compare tool can be accessed from the electronic menu. Here I'll right-click on the record, navigate to Electronic, then select Compare Document. It will always compare the current version to whatever you select here. As you can see, I have access to a variety of previous versions. I'll grab version 4 and click OK. Here on the left is the main document, and on the right is version 4. The color coding of the tool indicates the changes. Pretty cool stuff. Okay, so as a double bonus, let me return to the web client and show you that you can now quickly and easily export metadata for one or many records on display. Let's assume I've been asked for all the records currently on hold under the marine hold. Well, first I'll go to my Save Searches and run the Save search for records on marine hold here. And now all the records that are currently on hold appear. All I need to do is select one, or individual ones, or click here and select them all. Once selected, I can use this new icon, Export. If I click the down-facing arrow, then I have a choice to export the currently displayed columns as metadata. Let me select Tab Separated Values, and it will automatically save it in the Downloads folder. You could either navigate to that folder later, or click on the Downloads notification here to open it. It asks what format, and I'll just select Notepad. With the file open, note that the header row matches the columns that I had on display. I can easily copy all of this, then paste into Excel for data analysis. Or I can send this file to someone. And that brings back and reinforces the importance of the custom column layouts that you can now apply and save in the web client. Okay, that concludes this video. This video showed how to check out a document to Google Drive via the web client or the desktop client. While we're in the desktop client, I showcase a third-party tool for document comparison that can be easily installed and set up. Give a shout out here to the public open text forums, and in particular Jan Martin, who helped me with some of the configuration settings on the WinMerge. And then we return to the web client and I showcase the fourth big improvement that allows for easy exportation of metadata columns on display to a variety of text formats. Thanks for watching, and be sure to like and subscribe to be notified when future videos are released.